Hey, what's up everyone? Josh Quinones here, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can improve the cameras on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra using the Good Lock app. If you do not have this app downloaded, you definitely need to download it from the Samsung Galaxy App Store because there's so much that you can do within this app when it comes to just overall customizing your device. So as you can see, we got two options down here once we open up the app here. Of course, it says Good Lock, redesign your Galaxy, and it's going to give you tons of different things that you can do to be able to customize this device exactly the way you want. Now, we have makeup and then life up. In order to customize the camera settings the way you want to, you're going to want to pick life up down at the bottom right corner. And then once you go into life up, you will see camera assistant. Now you are going to want to download that. It might not be downloaded for you right off the bat. As you can see right here for Edge Touch, it has a little arrow right there for me to download it if I want to go ahead and do so. The camera assistant will look just like that. What you're gonna wanna do is just click on that arrow and then push install. But of course, I already have it installed on this device. And then once I click on the camera assistant that I have downloaded right there, all these extra settings will come up. Settings that you will not find in the actual camera app itself. If I go into the camera options right here, the camera settings, as you can see, some of those options will not be available here. But once you do have it downloaded, you won't have to go into the Good Lock app anymore. It will have the camera assistant popping up right here in the camera settings as well. So once you have it downloaded, don't worry about going into the Good Lock app every single time you want to mess with the settings. No, it will now be in the camera settings. So I'll go ahead and just go into it from here. Now, as you can see, we have auto HDR, capture more details in the bright and dark areas of your picture and videos. You can turn that off or on. Picture softening, we can turn that off, have it on medium or have it on high. I currently have it off. And then we have auto lens switching, which has kind of been here for a while already. It will let the camera pick the best lens based on the zoom, lighting, and distance to the subject. Now, me personally, I don't always like using this because there's times where I do say use the 3x telephoto lens and I'm trying to get a good picture of something, but then it automatically switches back to the main lens and the quality just doesn't look like what it will with the 3x telephoto lens. So I find myself kind of moving the camera back and forth to get it to switch lenses. I just kind of like turning that off sometimes. It's really going to come down to personal preference. And then this is where a big change has come. Quick tap shutter. Now, for those of you that don't know, I mean, pretty much everybody knows that the shutter speed with Galaxy devices just hasn't always been the fastest for the past few years now. It's really hard to get a good picture, say, of a moving subject because of how slow the shutter speed has been. Yeah, it has been greatly improved before this update, but still not as fast as something like a Pixel device, to where once you press that button to take a picture, it doesn't instantly take it. There's a little bit of latency there. Well, with this definitely changes the game. Take pictures as soon as your finger touches the shutter button instead of when you lift it off. You can still swipe or press and hold the shutter button to capture GIFs, burst shots, and videos, but a picture will be taken too. So if you do turn that on, the shutter speed is instant. Now let me lift up the phone here, or else it's gonna try to think I'm taking a night photo here. So once I press it, boom, 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 boom. Look at how fast that is. Super fast. Definitely a great improvement from before. Now, of course, you don't have to have that on, but if you do want to be able to take pictures faster than before, then you definitely do want to have that on. Now, we do have another option where you can prioritize focus over speed. Wait for the camera to finish focusing before triggering the shutter. This may delay the shutter slightly. You can turn that on or off, and then they have another one called capture speed. So this is going to allow you to pick on whether or not you want to prioritize the quality of the photo or prioritize the speed of your camera, or you can balance the two between speed and quality. Prioritize quality for the best pictures. Prioritize speed to capture pictures as fast as possible, or balance speed and quality for faster capturing without sacrificing too much quality. Now, this is really going to come down to the user on whether or not you want the best quality photo, or if you just want to be able to capture the photo as quick as possible. Because, you know, I know there's a lot of people like myself that have children that, you know, you want to be able to capture whatever's going on in that moment with your child. And sometimes it's kind of hard to do that if there is latency with that shutter button. The picture might come out a little bit blurry because it's not taking the picture as fast. So some people might want to prioritize that speed. But then again, if you're not worrying about too much movement going on in your photo, you just want to take the best picture possible, then definitely go with that quality, or you can balance the speed and quality. Going down for high resolutions, you can pick faster capture or faster post-processing. You could choose faster capture to take pictures as quickly as possible, or choose faster post-processing to avoid waiting when you open gallery to review a picture. Because you know, there are times where you take a really good photo, it looks like the quality is going to come out great with that photo, but then you go into the gallery and you're still waiting for it to process that photo to be able to see what it looks like. Well, if you want faster post-processing, you can just select that option and you won't have to wait as long. Like I said, it's going to come down to the user. It's going to come down to personal preference on how you want your camera set up. But this is definitely a big jump on being able to customize these camera settings the way you want to be able to take faster photos, you know, compared to how it was before. And then video recording in photo mode, that's been there before as well. You do have the option to turn that off if you want. You can touch and hold the shutter button to record videos in photo mode. So say you open up the camera right away, you want to instantly start taking video of something that's going on. All you got to do is just press and hold that shutter button and it will automatically start recording video. You don't have to worry about going over to video mode and then start recording. You can start recording straight from the photo mode. And then we have timer multi-photo options. So you got 1 picture, 3 pictures, 5 pictures, 7 pictures, interval between pictures. You got different time limits there. You got camera timeout. It gives you an option of 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and 10 minutes. You can dim the screen while recording, and then clean preview on HDMI displays. Show the camera preview without settings or buttons on HDMI connected displays. You can turn that on or off if you would like to do so. But yes, these are the extra settings here with the camera assistant that is integrated into that Good Lock app. I definitely recommend downloading it so you can mess with it a little bit and see if it will better help you take photos at either a faster speed or maybe give you better quality photos. But I definitely recommend downloading it. And if you do download it and start using it within your camera, let me know how your photos turn out, or let me know what you think of the speed. If you do think that speed has significantly gotten a lot faster than before, or if you just see very little change or no change at all. I can definitely see a change. Like I said, I mean, it's instant. Boom, 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 boom. As soon as your finger touches that shutter button, boom, boom, it's taking photos. So y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. Like I said, download a Good Lock app and then that camera assistant. And like I said, there's also tons more you can do within that app right there. You can find it in the Galaxy App Store. But if you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. Thank you all so very much for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.